Welcome back to the Boula. It's your host Dylan, away on the Creative Blender. Today we got a special guest here. We got Carmin, Junius, and her fiance, with Brendan Hewitt, sitting in Boula today.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, first couple by the Boula.
First couple by the Boula.
That's awesome.
We are
So
for real,
excited.
first couple by the Boula.
That's so cool, guys. Thanks for having us. Really excited.
We are happy to have you. So Carmen is the one in the spotlight today. Brendan is here for moral support.
Indeed, he is. And he does, how can I say, he gets involved in every aspect of my life. Not in a bad way, I mean in a good creative way. So he pushes me to boundaries that I didn't know, that I had. And it's really awesome because he's got such great ideas and it works. And that's exactly where actually Jank Hart formed, to be honest. It came out of his brain, not mine.
Like earlier you said, like you guys don't argue about whose it actually is. Is it yours? Is it his?
Yeah, we kind of do sometimes. Yeah. I mean, it gets crazy some days, especially with decision making and also being trying to, be a couple is also a crazy feeling. Having a company and a couple. It's weird. It's weird and it's a lot of hard work. But we've come to terms that it was Brandon who wanted the brand. He wanted a clothing brand and a side hustle. And he wanted something that he could express himself and put on clothing. But we also wanted something that wasn't going to necessarily hinder anybody's heritage or their culture.
Okay.
Or who they are, or anything like that. Also, Danko is completely LGBTQ+.
Okay.
Our prints are completely eco-friendly and our garments are 100% cotton. So there's no polyester in our garments.
Okay.
So if you ever want to recycle clothing, you can.
Okay.
So that's where the direction has come with Dank. And it's been a crazy ride. I can tell you that much. I mean,
I can imagine, man.
we've had a fight or two, I can tell you.
Like so many of these, like online companies also, like the materials that they use is so like synthetic.
Yeah.
Even like wool, you think it's wool, only to find out that it's not at all. It's like some kind of
Exactly.
plastic thingy that they turn into something that looks like that.
This
So
is
now
it.
you guys are going the more sustainable way,
100%.
Yeah.
And it's locally made.
and it's
Yeah.
locally made
Yeah,
also.
it's from a company down at the coast in Durban.
Sure, man.
Proud of
Every-
South Africa.
100%.
Proudly
Nice.
so.
Nice.
Because a lot, like many people actually struggle to get like proper supplies
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
You guys have
I'm
a
here
local
with
company.
Away on. It's been a crazy journey for me also. I'm actually still struggling with suppliers and so on because it seems like it's easy to just go and get clothing and print on it and sell it.
And then sell it,
Yeah.
right?
The only problem is the
But
cost. It costs like
That
much
costs
more.
a lot of money.
100%,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? And that was our thing. So we didn't have any space for stock. That was our first problem. We live in a one-bedroom flat in the middle of Hewitt. It's quaint and we love it. It's in a beautiful complex. But we don't have space
Yeah, there's no
for
space
yeah.
to keep stock,
shirts
yeah.
and hoodies.
Yeah,
and
buying in bulk and then you know.
100%. So
So-
we in a sense, we cheated the system. So what we did, we found a supplier that supplies the garments, they do the printing and they do the shipping for us.
All of
Is
that,
it?
huh? Yes.
So we don't hold stock at all.
At all.
Not a
Sure.
single item.
So from them straight to the
Straight
customer.
to the
Straight to the
customer. Straight to the customer.
Hey, that's a nice one. Mos,
It's,
huh?
yeah,
Sure.
that is quite.
Just cut out
Yeah.
the middleman kind of thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
we could always get them to ship it to us and check everything and then reship it, but it ends up costing too much.
So expensive.
Yeah, but as long as it's like
Then
the
you're paying double
supplier.
shipping.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, we obviously, when we started, we got stuff for ourselves first to check quality and
Yeah.
things like that. I mean, for example, this is one of the shirts. It's thick enough, but
Ronan
it's
Moore,
not.
that's my
Yeah,
son's
it's
name,
like
Ronan.
quality and all that.
That's awesome! That's amazing. You should get him one.
I'm gonna.
So it's
You
also
should
your
do
brand. Like
Nice.
also one of yours.
Yeah, so this is the Ronin print that you can find on our site. So we've got about 5 collections at the moment. So we've got how many products now?
And so I think
It's
we're
like-
on almost about.
1,400.
Ah!
1,400.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys have been working more, huh?
Yeah, I saw you later a lot. And,
Yeah.
So now, with your products and yours, like your collections and so on, is it limited? Is it limited to only a few items per collection and then move on to the next collection, or is it
So the way we wanted to start it was, in my mind, I was like, the more we have, the more credible we look. So let's just smash now.
Okay.
Just a shit ton of products now. So we just uploaded about 1,200 products onto our site. Hoodies, long sleeves, t-shirts. What else?
Sweaters.
Oh yeah, sorry, sweaters.
So we've got 4 different variants of
Yeah.
clothes. Like so Carmin says, we've got shirts, we've got hoodies, we've got sweaters, and we've got long sleeves.
And now we've just introduced vests
And now we've got
for
vests.
summer.
Hey, the summertime, and it's getting hot now, eh?
Summertime,
Exactly.
right.
And what was nice about in the beginning, yeah, like Carmin says, we just smashed as many onto it. So we've got probably about, if I'm not mistaken, it's probably about 48 or 49 different designs.
Yeah.
Whereas now with our new range, we've stuck to 5 designs on 2 different products, 2 different colors. You can black and white shirt, vest or t-shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep it simple for now. So we threw it all out in the beginning to see what would happen with it.
We were
So you check
experimenting.
the response.
100%,
We were
yeah.
totally experimenting.
So
And,
now, and we did it in winter, so hoodies, sweaters, things like that.
long sleeves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now it's summer, so we're going vests and shirts.
Yeah.
And we're keeping it small now to see how it works. It's still trial and error for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
If it works, it works. If it doesn't, we go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, but at
how
least like you-
business works, unfortunately.
You're able to check what the people want and giving them what they want. Instead of thinking, okay, I think this is cool, let me push this, you know?
That's it. And also another thing I said to Brandon is that we're not trying to push our brand. So we want prints on shirts, but our brand is in the label.
Yeah, because I've never
Yeah.
seen Denko
See.
on a on
No,
a shirt.
we're not pushing the brand.
Okay.
What we want to push is individuality
Yeah.
through the shirts. So, I mean, we've got different like positions even. So this
Okay.
one is the double stack, so it's the back and the front.
Okay.
And then you've got the, what is it?
Header.
The headed position. And then you've also got a big one in the front, or you get a big one in the back, or you get both. So we've got lots of variation.
Okay.
You just choose, you know, what works for you, what you
That's
like.
where all those products come from.
But now
Yeah.
49 designs.
Yes. You times
That
that
is
by
a lot.
you
How do
times
you
that
come
by
up
5
with?
garments, and you times that by 4 different positions.
But then how do you come up with 49 designs? Because to come up with 2 designs is a lot.
Is it?
Carmin's a
Yeah.
graphic designer by trade.
Okay.
I'm a
So,
professional
yeah,
graphic
past 10
designer
years.
for about 10 years now. So.
Okay, okay.
So the
Yeah, it's a long
creativity
time
is
ago.
luckily there.
And you must
Nice.
remember,
Yeah.
guys, if there's anything I can tell anyone, is that don't be afraid to steal ideas. Listen to, I know that sounds really bad, really terrible, but don't tell me that people can't steal something and then turn around and say it's inspiration.
Yeah, that's the thing. That was the one I
Yeah.
was thinking
My
of.
take
You
on
you
it,
got
guys.
inspired by it. You didn't actually steal
Yeah.
it. You were inspired by that thing, that story, that design.
That's
you know,
right.
or maybe a movie that you watched.
Don't be afraid to steal.
Don't be afraid to steal. eh?
Don't be afraid to steal. It's
Yeah.
fun. It's okay.
Yeah.
Local is lekker.
It is. You
But I even
know.
see like you guys even pushing local, South African, you know.
That's
type
what
of
we just
vibes.
launched on Thursday is the Lekker collection, and
Yeah.
I'm so freaking excited
Yeah, I
about
was
it.
gonna
Hey,
get
man, that's
into
so
that
cool,
now.
man.
You that's the latest collection. It's just launched.
Yeah, so we, like I said, we have 5 collections. So we've got the spiritual collection. So that's more of, you know,
Nature kind of.
Universe.
no, that's
No,
not
no,
the
it's
nature
more
one.
of the
That's more like of the evil eyes
And those things,
and
yeah, I saw
and
that.
The prayer. Remember the bird?
Yes, okay.
So and also the cliff. So the monster on the cliff, and it looks like he's like losing. It's
Mhm.
super crazy. So it's more of like a, how can I say, a rocky vibe.
okay.
Just like bordering, maybe going towards the dark side. but-
Yes, and not
Yeah.
too hectic though, because I wanted to have a whole other collection for that.
So what is that?
Okay.
Light, dark, or what do you call that?
I don't know. It's yeah, we just call it the spiritual collection. It
Yeah.
just made sense, you know. And then we have the travel collection, which is surfer dudes, like a lot of like a dog and a surfboard, and
Okay.
a skeleton surfing a wave. And then we also have the skeleton collection, which is one of our favorite collections. So that's just
Skeleton
like,
collection.
you know, there's lots of little skeletons. So like we have a hand holding a rose, and what does it say? It's yours. You got it.
True love never dies.
Yeah, it's really, really awesome.
Okay.
And we've got a whole other I'm not going to all of them, but the Lekker collection is
Even
something.
it almost sounds lekker, huh?
Yeah,
Just the name, the lekker
the
collection.
Lekker collection. So I said to Brand, we have to do something South African because we've gone warrior, which is all the Japanese. We've gone spiritual. We've gone travel. We've gone this. We've gone that. Got to do South African. You know, I've seen a lot of people do it though. So I said to myself, how on earth are we going to do this? How are we going to set ourselves apart from a lot of other people putting South African sayings on shirts? And I'm sure you've seen them.
Yeah, no, we've seen a lot.
You've seen a lot, right?
Yeah.
I saw this shirt the other day and it said Mikey's and it was actually like the Friends logo.
Oh,
Mikey's.
yeah.
It was very
Wow, okay,
clever.
yeah, I saw that. Mikey's.
Yes.
It was very, very clever and I wanted to do it, but you can't because
Yeah.
that's somebody else's idea.
Else's,
So Brandon and I sat down on like a Thursday afternoon before he went to work and I was like, right, let's just think of stupid sayings, put them all down on a piece of paper, pick the top 6 we love. And we then came up with our 6 different designs. So I feel as though almost each one of them was inspired by someone we know.
Okay.
Yeah.
In a way, do you know what I mean? Like we have a print. So Brandon and I have this thing about mother's muffin. You know,
Your mother's muffin.
Your mother's muffin. And because we don't want to be vulgar to each other, but or to anyone else, so we say that.
Just put
So,
the muffin in there.
right. Your mother's muffin. And I just feel it sounds so South African. It's just such a South African thing to say. Especially someone, you know, of my age. A millennial, if you want to put it that way. And then we kind of made it dirty. Which was a bit silly.
A twist.
We did. And then we've got the South African like sign, but it actually looks like the Hollywood sign and a little bit of the South Park sign.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was a little inspired by my brother. So I wanted
Your
it.
brother likes South Park one.
Yeah, I just remember my brother watching a shit ton of South Park. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And I just know South Park really well. So it was a whole lot of fun doing that as well. That one. And then we have Ach ja, no, maybe.
Oh, I
A
saw that.
South African proverb.
Yeah, no, maybe.
And I just felt as though that was... Because I actually originally wanted to put on, what was it? Now, or like maybe later.
Yeah.
You know how we say now means in 10 minutes and now means in 5 minutes. I wanted to do that, but I was like, no, it's been done. You know, so I was like, yeah, no, maybe. And I was like, no, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
So,
only South Africans will get it.
yeah, so maybe that one was even inspired by myself. And then we have, the mother's muffin one was actually inspired by my best friend as well. Because I actually call her your mother. Because, you know, we tune each other, it's just a relationship. Your
I
mother.
think what I'll do is you must send me pictures of all
Yeah, so
these,
you can point.
and then I'll
Yes.
just
With
play
the video.
them on the video. Yeah.
I also sent you our ad.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So
That
you
one,
can pop that in wherever.
Yeah, no.
That was a whole lot of fun making it.
So you made all of that yourself, the ad.
I did, yeah. So because I quit my job about a month and a half ago, my full-time job, I was like, I'm out, I can't do this anymore. I'm too independent, I have to work for myself. I can't work for anybody else. And also, like, I just feel like a salary is so limiting. I can't earn
Hey,
more than that.
hey, that's the thing, it is, Sure.
So what are you
I
supposed
think,
to
I think
do?
I'm getting a sign from God because now every week we're getting our guests are telling us how they quit their
Quit their
jobs.
jobs and-
In there, no, I'm still working with you.
But it has to be, I think it's,
Quit.
dude, I think it's all about time though.
Yeah, the time is the thing.
Yeah.
Maybe if you quit like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, you might not have had the same outcome.
Indeed.
But now with the right time, you feel like okay, you are at that place where you are able to do that. You know, you have the right
Yes.
amount of skills. You've built your business to like a certain point where you believe that
This
it
is
can work.
it.
So
Also, our generation, like us that were in school together and things like that, look at majority of us. At least 40,
Yeah,
50%
doing their
have
own
their
thing.
own
Yeah.
thing.
do their own thing. It really is, eh?
Especially
Sure.
our grade.
grade, yeah.
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
there's
like,
no
guys
for
are
real
pushing.
work.
A lot of
That's why we have so much box guy people coming on here.
Because they're
More
doing
box
things.
guy people. Thank you,
Yay,
box guy.
thanks,
I want to hit the
Box
box guy. I want to hit the box guy again. Talk things.
You should tag them. You should tag them in this.
Yes,
Thanks,
I
Box
think
Big
I
Eye.
should, yeah.
Thanks, guys.
You must invite me to the school when you're having assembly. I must come inspire the children
And what
there.
happened to
You want
our
to come from
reunion,
Boston,
guys?
Yeah,
I mean,
COVID happened last month.
COVID.
We're supposed to have it and then COVID.
Damn you, COVID.
Hey,
I
this
was so
COVID,
upset.
man.
I was looking forward to our reunion.
Yeah, I thought maybe they
so
were going
much.
to say, okay, they push it to the next year.
But I
or
think
so,
maybe
but
next-
still nothing.
Next year, we should actually get a group again like we did before.
I'll do it.
Yeah, do
Yeah,
it.
Even though I didn't
get the thing
matriculate in
together.
Boxburg, I'll do it.
Yeah, but you're still a box
it.
book higher. You know,
Let's
so.
Yeah.
do it, shit, I want that
Put
for
your
you.
feet on the soil there.
I did for 2 years.
We don't even know that you didn't finish there. We felt like you graduated there in box book high.
Went
Yeah.
into my own shell and went.
Just, yeah.
No, I actually moved to St. Dominic's in grade 10.
Ah, we can already.
Yeah.
We don't even know this. It just feels like you've been there because we're in the same primary school, even I think.
And nursery
After in
school.
primary.
And nursery school,
You
primary
used to sit
school,
behind
and
me
high
in
school.
nursery school. I've known you
Yeah.
since you were like 3, dude.
I think you had like
Yes.
tics, you know.
Didn't we went to Leopold? Didn't we?
Leopold, yeah. Before Boxburg I took over, we went Leopold, even
And
just
then
Yes.
Park D,
Yes.
and then Boxburg
and
High.
then Boxburg High.
So I've literally known you my whole
Yeah,
life.
yes, yeah.
That's insane.
It
Okay,
is.
so Denko is the clothing.
Not
We
Danko,
just,
Denko.
Danko.
Yeah, not Danko, Denko.
Danko.
I was asking actually before we started this about the name, but I got my answer.
Yeah, I mean like.
We are about the weights.
It's
So
right, by the
Denko
way.
is the clothing. No?
Yes.
And then we have now Schmarket Media,
Marketing.
Schmarket Marketing.
Mm.
Tell us more about Schmarket Marketing.
So I actually started this business in 2020 when I saw everyone, when everyone started losing money thanks to COVID. A lot of people started opening up their own things and started selling pineapple beer, I forgot.
Yeah.
So I saw that a lot of people were opening up their own things, but not everybody's a designer. Not everybody can do that, and it takes a lot of time. People underestimate
Yo,
how hard
I
design
was
and
one of those that
videography,
underestimated.
all that.
what-
It's very
Yeah.
freaking. And because I've done it for so long, I know how much work goes into this stuff. So I said to myself, I was like, I also want to have my own business because my dreams are about working for myself and moving onto a farm one day and living off the grid, and I have to be
Okay.
self-sustainable with cash as well as on the earth. So it's what my goals are. And I said, so cool, I want to do my side hustle while I work for my with the company that I was at for a while. Unfortunately, when I launched it, I didn't read my contract for the job I had, and they told me, unfortunately, you can't do that. You're going to have to shut your company down
Oh.
because it was a conflict of interest.
Mm.
But what I said to him, okay, I understand that, but I'm not doing audio-visual. I'm doing design and marketing.
Okay.
I'm doing something completely
So
different.
they were doing audio visual.
Yeah, so speakers, microphones, headphones, that kind of thing. And I was like, I don't understand, like, why would you not want me to do this?
Mm.
You're always telling us we must work on our dreams, and then you tell me no. I don't
Yeah.
understand. Anyway, long story short, I had to close it for 2 years. And then when I quit my job, that's why I quit my job.
So you weren't able to do it both.
Yeah, well, the company I was with that actually got taken over, and I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm not playing this game anymore. I've worked too hard for this. You guys want me to improve myself for you? I'm not doing it. I'm out. So I ran and I started Schmarket up again. And, my target audience, like I say, is for individuals. People who don't know how to do a CV. They need a simple website, but they have nowhere to start. How do they even get a domain? Where do you get a domain? How much does it cost you a year? And then also, people, because they're so excited, they fool themselves a lot when they start doing these things themselves. They get into it, and then they're like, now what? Now I've started it. Now I don't have the time, the skill, the money to carry it on. I'm not making sales because I can't design. I'm not designing because I can't make sales. It's a vicious cycle. So you need someone to come and help you. And I know that costs money. Of course it costs money. But the thing is, you have to, in any business, you have to have a little bit of money. You can't just start for free. Although I did do that with Dave, well. But that was because we jippered the system a little bit. We found a way around it. But, when I'm very keen on people coming to me and shit, Carmin, I need a website, but I can't afford 1,500 rand. Because that's how much it costs for a free-page website.
Okay.
It's not much.
Actually, not that much.
That's not much.
Thinking, yeah.
And I mean, it can charge more. I can charge more if you want something more elaborate, But I do the hosting, and I also do your domain. I register it all so that I just say, here it is, and then I host it for you. So I do all the updates for you all the time. But because people don't have money, and I understand that they don't, I've decided I'm doing trade exchanges. So, for example...
Trade exchange.
Yeah, trade exchanges. So, for example, the lady who's doing my tax, I do her design for her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
So you saving money and they saving money.
And I don't have to pay someone to do my taxes, and she doesn't have to pay someone to do her design. And we're both winning. You see?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not making physical money by that deal, but that means that I at least can do my taxes well enough that I'm not going to get into shit, and my company can keep going for years and years and years and years.
Yeah, sustainability of the company is a big deal.
Right? You got to be responsible. You can't.
Yeah.
You simply can't, especially with the tax man. You don't do that.
Especially when you're scaling it as well. Like,
Right.
You need to have those things in order.
If I want to make a successful of myself, I have to do this properly. I can't screw around. I really can't. So, you know, if an individual comes to me and says, you know, I need a website, I need a CV, but I can't afford it, I say, okay, well, what are your skills? What can you do? What can you offer me? And we'll see from there, you know. So it's just something like as small as that can help someone just jumpstart a little. And that is the whole point of marketing. Because you're going to schmark it. You know?
Nice one.
Yeah, okay, that's actually so cool, eh? Yeah.
Thank you. And the logo is the...
That is...
This is a shaka. Hey!
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Shit.
No, really, like some people
Because
just
people
maybe
just
given
want
up.
money. People want money. People start businesses and they just want money. And you don't look at the bigger picture that helping people is what's going to grow you more than just wanting money.
I think if the goal is money, you'll never get there.
Yes.
If your goal is to help people,
100%.
you're going to get there. Because, like I freelance, and my freelancer's name is Carmin the Creative. And in my Carmin Creative landing page, I even say there, you know, business is purely people. That is it. It's not money. It's not how you work with money. It's not how hard you work. It's not how little you work. It's not where you work. It's not what you do. It's how you work with people.
Yes.
And I will always believe that. And if you are dynamic enough to get along with anyone, and you actually really give them a good service, and maybe you make a friend at the end of the day, I can guarantee you now,
that friend might open a door for you.
they're always going to come back,
Yes.
and in their doors, and they're going to tell all their friends and their families, because I can promise you word of mouth is what's working for me right now. It's not my advertising, it's not my social media pages, it's word of mouth.
You know, they say happy people speak. Unhappy people also speak, they'll tell people, but you know, happy people too. They'll tell everyone else. They'll promote it for you just because they're so happy about what you did for them.
Well, this is it. That's where you start. I think that should be a good foundation for any business, in my opinion. You know what I mean? And once you got that down, I feel like you can really figure it out. You can take it to where you need it to go. You know, because I don't think that I have such a different idea of how this world should be run. I don't believe we should be chasing this rat race.
It's a rat race, you know. They always talk about the Matrix, the rat race, you know.
I'm so against it and I'm so over it. I'm not doing it anymore.
But it shows, like, you were even, like, brave enough to leave your job. Not many people can do that. You actually had the courage and the faith to say, that, okay, you know what, I believe in this thing so much that I'm going to...
And all of us can actually do it. I think we make more excuses than anything else.
Yeah,
I think
excuses,
fear comes into it a lot. Like I see it a lot with people who want to start their businesses. So they'll approach marketing and they'll say, I want to start a business. I want to do it. I have this idea. I say, okay, cool. Sit down. Then we'll chat. Okay, we'll chat. Then if the chat never materializes, I think that their fear gets to them. I think that they're just so scared of making a change or even just putting their name out there. Look, you're going to get a lot of ridicule. You're going to get a lot of haters. And you're going to get a ton of clack. Left, right and center. No doubt about it. There is no doubt.
Get that shit for real.
You got to be tough. And you're going to be lonely and it's shit. And that's why there's no entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Because it's hard.
And it was my thing even. And I was very scared. I had all these ideas. Even before I went, I had other ideas.
Many years ago.
Nothing ever materialized. I was always scared. Especially putting yourself out there. I think that's the scary part.
And the ridicule you get.
Yeah. Even this podcast. Man, we
Yeah, we've been speaking for some
on
time.
this for a long
And then
time.
No, you guys
we just
were
felt like we
saying-
couldn't do it. Like, yo, we've never done this before. Can we even sit in front of a camera and do this thing?
Are we
And
going to be able to hold a conversation?
Conversation, like, yeah, all the conversation die out.
Well, you guys are doing it.
And
Now
we've been doing
you're
it.
just doing
Exactly.
it.
Yeah,
Because
get
you're just
started
doing
with
it.
Exactly.
And that's all it takes. Is a matter of decision of just doing it.
Yeah.
People are afraid to get out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Okay, we're back. Carmin, everything happens for a reason.
Yes, it does. But yeah, that's what I was saying. I had to develop myself in many, many ways in order to get to where I am today. And I felt as though in 2020 I might have been a bit juniorish to do that. Even though I had 10 years of graphic design experience and working in a corporate environment for whatever, I still didn't know how to run a business. Or how to even just do it for myself. Get up every day, go to work 8.5 hours or whatever, come home, work 5.5 hours, sleep, repeat.
Mm.
You know, I had to do that for a while, especially with Dank, because, Dank's been open since the beginning of the year, right?
Yeah, February, March.
Right, so I was working a full-time job and doing Dank, and also my tarot reading business as well.
Oh yes, I saw that.
Come in there.
Yeah, I'm so excited about that. So, I feel as though I had to just really mature within those 2 years to get Schmarka to where I wanted to go. And that's why it only could happen in 2022. Weird that the universe said no. But that's the way I saw it. I didn't see this big corporate man standing there going, you can't do what you do what I tell you to do. I didn't see it that way. I saw it of the universe going, whoa, not yet. Wait. You're not ready. You need to do
Yeah,
some
because
things
sometimes
first.
we are in a rush, but we're not ready.
This is it. We think we are, But it's quite a polar opposite of what I was saying just now about fear. We should just do it, even if we're not ready.
But then now, even so, you eliminate that fear and you just do it. If you are not ready, something's gonna stop you and hold you back. So then, but if you don't even try, and then did you really even?
Yeah. But now the thing is, sometimes with people, if they start something and they fail, it hurts them so much that they might never go back to that because they have like a negative image of, a negative experience of that, and that sticks with them.
But then, I've always had this fear of failure. I've had a huge fear of failure, massive. And of course, when I'm off my job, I'm going, what am I going to do if I don't make it? What am I going to do? Go find a stupid another desk job? I can't do that. I will go mad. I can't do it. So I have to make this work.
Yeah. It can be good or it can be bad.
But if it fails, well, then I tried, right?
You try.
Because if someone goes, oh, but you failed, it's okay, but how many businesses did you open?
Exactly.
How many times did you try?
Exactly.
How many times did you choose yourself? How many
And that
times
is
did
what
you choose to
I
follow your
say
dream?
on every episode on podcast Boula. This comes up and I say, you try, you fail, you either go back to the drawing board or you start something else.
Or you do it over, or whatever, it doesn't matter.
That whatever happened is not gonna define you.
No, it's not. And because then, at the end of the day, you can lie on your deathbed and when you're 105 years old, you go, I damn tried
Exactly.
everything.
Yeah.
And now,
Yeah.
or you could wish that you tried but you never did. You
Imagine
think about all
you
the wasted
lying there and you
potential.
go, I could have, I should have. I could have, I should have. And I never did because I was scared. What? Rejection? From who? Yourself. Oh,
Yeah.
you don't have to be that horrible to yourself.
And then you can't love like a coward also. Eh?
Yeah.
Everyone in this world is people. We are all people. We all go through the same shit.
We make mistakes.
Yeah.
We try over. We regenerate ourselves. We renew ourselves. We reinvent ourselves. So what? That's what life's about.
Yeah.
You can't be perfect.
No, you can't.
It's
That's
impossible.
But then you'd even be surprised at how many people respect you for going
For
out
trying,
and trying
yeah.
and doing something that
Yes.
they couldn't do. And now you
Sure.
going out and you doing this
Because-
thing. It's like, yo.
And what I've realized is, in a sense, because I had a whole shift in my mindset, I don't know, it came around the time when I started away on. I had a whole shift in my mindset, man. Because I used to be scared, man, and I didn't want to try things, and then I don't know what happened, but I just had this whole shift. And I started trying things, I started doing things, and then the responses I saw that I got from people was people were actually more happy for me, people were more proud of me, people were, even though I started something and it failed, you tried.
But you tried.
Exactly, and people, they respect you for that.
They do.
There's respect.
Because they are scared of trying something, and they see you trying and check, yes, this nigga actually done it.
They did it.
Mm.
Yeah, that's
People
the
can
thing.
also use, for example, your failures to their advantage. They learn from your mistakes.
Exactly.
I wish there was more learning and less hate, to be
If you
honest.
didn't make mistakes, how would anybody learn from it?
Yeah. It can
Yeah,
either be
man,
your
it's
mistakes or
all
someone else's
GP,
mistake that you're
Boula,
learning
that,
from, you know?
I don't know what Carmin
Yeah.
and Brendan came here today. Boula don't want to die.
Yeah.
Boula don't want to die. I just want to shift a bit here.
Yeah, they bring those power
Hey.
couple vibes.
Yeah,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
setting
They
things on
directing the energy
fire.
this way.
Ah, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
It was your skills. This wasn't me.
Hey, I'm becoming too good at this, guys.
You see, you practiced enough time.
Yeah.
Dylan the Boula master.
Bowler
Yeah.
master. He's a bowler master.
Bowler
Okay, so
master.
Carmin, everything you've done or you're doing, I've seen is in line with your graphic design, the clothing, the schmarket, what, everything is in line with the graphic design and so on. Yeah? But then there's a whole other side I've seen, with the spirituality, the tarots, and the what. Where does that come from?
Jeez, I can only imagine how crazy that must be because it's like totally different from what I do, right? And I've never really, ask me, I was never a spiritual and I never had a religion. I never really went to church and not that I didn't believe I just never grew up with a religion. It's not the thing
Okay.
for us. It wasn't a thing for me or my family, and it certainly worked for them. My mom and them, it works for them very, very well. Just for me, I needed something to lean back on. Because I'm so independent, I needed something to lean back on in, let me say in 2020. When COVID hit, I was living by myself, stuck in my house for 6 months by myself, working at home, on a reducted salary. It was hard. And you couldn't see anybody. You couldn't touch anybody, you couldn't go anywhere. And also you're terrified. You didn't know what the hell was happening. Everybody had known that feeling, And Mum, I just went through a bit of a rough patch. I got into a car accident and I had a bit of issues during 2020. It was just a rough year for me, And my mom was speaking to me about, like those self-help guys, the guides and the speakers.
Yeah.
And like, she's like, why don't you check that out on YouTube? Maybe you get inspired a bit by somebody, And I took her advice. I mean, why not? Go check it out. And I actually found this guy named Alan Watts. He was a 1970s philosopher, spiritualities philosopher. Brilliant work, all about the yin and yang, Buddhism, the Buddha awakening. But no, he's talking about ancient stuff that's been around even before anyone, before any religion, before paganism, Christianity, before any of these things. And I was just engulfed. I went down a freaking spiral and I just studied spiritualism, witchcraft, voodoo, you name it. Any religion, Buddhism, Christianity, what else? I've read up and really tried to understand every religion out there,
So was it because you wanted to find greater meaning in life or
Yes.
just something to help you
I
cope or
needed
deal with what's happening?
I needed foundation. I needed faith. I needed something, like I say, to lean on, to pray to,
And
to
to
worship.
find that, you need to understand.
I needed one that would work for me.
Mm.
Because, growing up in Boxburg, Christianity was always
Is the-
pushed
yeah.
on us.
Yeah, even in the schools and all of that. In the assembly we used to sing at Parkdene
Yeah,
in the
and not
mornings.
that I ever minded.
that.
And I mean, I even went to a Catholic school for high school. It's not that I've ever had a problem with anybody's religion. I mean, I have an LGBTQ plus brand. Why would I have problem now with religion? You know what I mean? I would never do that. And it's just, I needed to understand religion in a different way before I could make it my own.
Okay.
I didn't want to just go off what my teacher told me.
Yes, yes. Yeah,
You
you need
don't
to
know
understand
me.
it for yourself. Yeah.
And I needed to really, really get grips of every religion before I could even think of having a faith. And I did, a lot of introspection in 2020, and I found out that I actually am, a witch, a white witch, So we do like spells and stuff, but no like sacrifices.
So is it what you call what?
So you found out
white
you are
magic,
a
or what do you call this?
Yes, so
So what
I
does it
figured
mean?
that out.
Is it your family or?
Well, there was a witch in my Junius family on my dad's side, a legitimate witch who was actually hung
Is it?
during the witching trials. Yes, that's very true. It was actually a male witch, so he was a warlock. And, not that I knew this in 2020 at the time, but I figured out I had a very strong connection with animals. I can literally speak to you. I don't have a conversation with the animal. I'm not like,
no, but I saw
"Hey,
you
how
with
are
Bella. I saw
you?"
you with Bella.
But
Usually people when they come and they, hey, your dog is a dog. No, it's in him and Bella is the best. Bella is
yeah,
calm,
no,
Bella.
totally chilled. I can have a full-on conversation with my cat at home. I know exactly what he wants when he wants it. But then people are like, yo, but that's just because you're a pet owner. Okay, but it goes deeper than that. But I'm not going to get into it. So I found out that I have a bit of also a clear cognizance. So you have a lot of clear, and they are the different psyche kind of gifts that people have. Everyone has them. It's just a matter of really. It's just a matter of how uncalcified your pineal gland is. So there's a whole thing, a theory about how everyone's pineal glands are calcified due to fluoride in our water and toothpastes.
They say it's not good for you.
It's really not.
I don't know. It numbs a certain part of your brain.
The pineal gland, which is actually the point from here, top to the bottom, into your brain like that, right? And then it meets in the middle.
And I think they say like it something to do with your creativity. That's why you don't have so many great new inventions. It's more or less the same thing. I don't know. That's the theory that like some people have.
Oh, I wouldn't know. But I do know that the pineal gland is responsible for tapping into higher realms and quantum jumping, stuff like that. So I don't know if you know what quantum jumping is. Quantum jumping is timeline jumping. I'm not saying from one timeline or dimension. It's dimensions, but it's in your reality.
Okay.
So, for example, your reality could be of a very low dimension, 3D as we call it here, where we are just living, normally now like we are now. Maybe 40, 5D, 60, 70, 80, but 80 is where all the spiritual divine beings live.
Oh, also it's not like a Doctor Strange where you go to.
No, it's spiritual. So 3D is physical, and 4D goes into more of a spiritual aspect. So when you like astral project, you actually leave your body with energy. That becomes when you go into 4D. You see.
Okay.
And the higher your vibration goes, the higher your
Frequency.
So how far does
frequency
these go up? Like,
it's about 12, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. I don't know about all of them. I just know that, quantum jumping is jumping from different dimensions and frequencies within yourself by just changing everyday ideas in your brain, which comes to manifestation and stuff like that. And affirmations and journaling. But long story short, I found spiritualism and witchcraft, and which is a good witch. So what I mean by
because I was about to say like what we see of witches is what we see on TV, and they always make it like an ugly thing.
Yeah, I mean, the
so
way
then how did you take that finding out you are a white witch?
You see, so you get dark witches, you get green witches, you get kitchen witches, you get sea witches, you get so many different witches, and you can be whatever you want. You don't have to have.
Oh, it's not to say you are this and that.
No, you can decide, tomorrow I want to be a kitchen witch, which basically means you're very good with cooking.
Kitchen witch.
Oh, okay.
You're very good with herbs. And how many times have you eaten a meal and you're like, I feel so much better right now? Like in your emotions because your mom's cooked it? Think about that. Think about all the energy she puts into making that. It's a spell. You're eating her food and it's giving
Yeah,
you
because
energy.
even a 2-minute noodles.
Ah, it's the
Hey, it's the same, man. Yes.
And you're like, how?
Even if she just cooks rice, but just the way she does it, like,
Right?
just,
But that's why.
Okay.
Because she
Yeah.
put what you put your energy in is necessarily what you get out, isn't it?
and she just doesn't just cook a meal. She wants to like give the best for her family.
You see.
I like to see smiles on my family's faces. I want to see them nourished, like, you know.
Yes, you see.
And she feeds everyone who comes here. She feeds them.
Oh,
If she's
that's
busy
the best.
cooking now, you're like gonna get food. I don't know if
Yeah.
she is cooking.
Yeah.
but if she's
Oh, that's
cooking, you're
awesome.
gonna get food.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
how I do,
best.
yeah.
That's how she is.
That's the wonderful. I love that. My mom's the same. But my mom's German, so we get lots of German food.
Mm.
But that's great. Don't get me wrong.
Is it?
Don't get me wrong. It's
I
the
know
best.
nothing about German.
Well, I can't say that I'm German because I don't know any German.
Mm.
I mean, I have German in my blood, but that's as far as it
It's
goes.
just a piece of you.
Yeah, like most of us don't know. Like even with my side, like we have Dutch in the family, but I don't know anything about that. Yeah, I don't know any of those people. I was like, so yeah, you just know, you know, like your family line, you know, where you come from, all of that, but you don't know anything about it because that's what it's not part of your identity, really.
Exactly.
So,
But yeah, so I just decided, also back, when did I start Eclectic? This year as well.
Yeah.
So
Started off?
the Eclectic Oracle. So Eclectic is, so that's the name of my tarot reading business. I also
Okay.
do spiritual healing. So Eclectic basically means I draw from different sources. Now this is what I was saying earlier about the different religions. So I could draw from witchcraft, I could draw from Christianity, Buddhism.
there's a lot of similarities. Just sometimes the
Yes.
words that they use is different words for basically the same thing,
Right.
the same practices,
Mm.
and the same principles,
Exactly.
and the same like laws. Like as they say, the universe works with laws.
It does.
Like the law of sowing and reaping and
yes.
the law of compensation. There's like
the
many
law of
different
attraction.
law of attraction, which is like one of the biggest ones.
One of the
After the secret came out, the law of attraction was big.
big.
Your frequency, your vibration.
Yes.
You know, the way you vibrate determines what you attract into your life.
Mm.
And if you're not attracting good things, it means you have a low vibration. You know,
There you
that
go.
type of thing.
Damn, man, then I need to get a vibrator. I'm not getting good
You need
things.
to get a vibrator. Yes, this guy saying. Hey, man.
I know where to get one.
A vibrator. Yeah, sure.
But yeah, you're absolutely right. It is work like that's how it works, essentially.
Yeah.
So when I say I'm a white witch, so we just do pure magic, so we work with herbs and water and sand and stuff like that.
So you do the setup.
Yeah, so anyway.
And then, Brandon, now your fiance is busy doing white witch things here. How do you take all of this?
I'm Christian.
What are you?
so
What
I'm
are you Christian?
Against my religion, it's not accepted in the sect.
Yeah.
But also, I don't follow it to the book. At the end of the day, religion is something that you choose to do.
Mm.
So I have no issue with what Carmin does. She hasn't got a problem with what I do. We accept each other in this relationship that
Yeah.
we're in.
As long as you don't force your way on me, I don't force my way on you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that.
And if you
yeah.
have respect for each other, it really works. I don't care what anybody says. You
Yeah. Okay. Because
Completely.
like,
And this is why I said
Opposites.
you must meet my wife, because my wife and myself, we are both Christians, but I don't know, she has some spiritual side of her neck.
Oh, it's
And
beautiful.
you know, she's into those things.
Oh, really?
And the reason I asked about this is because she's, yeah,
Does
because
she have
in the
any
week
gifts?
I was,
Does she know?
she does. I was, in the week I was sitting, I was on Facebook, I was going through your I was trying to do some research
Yes.
for questions and so on. So she came and she saw me, she was sitting there with me, and then she saw the carrots and what.
Mm.
And she said, you must ask her about this.
yeah, because even when I spoke to her before, like even some of these shows that you watch, like the series
Yeah,
about the
she's
Japanese and
very
the spiritual
into it.
side.
She's-
So she is quite into it.
That's awesome.
She's-
I want to get a number because, I mean, I'm always keen to, you know, a lot of people are afraid to contact me.
Is it? No, she will. Yo, she will.
And I'm not saying her, I'm just saying
Mm.
like people are quite afraid to contact me. They think I'm always going to charge them
Oh, okay.
for whatever. Like if they got a question, you know, like what does an angel look like, for example?
They say the
Or
angels are
Apparently
hideous.
angels are
They
ugly.
say the hideous, they have
Oh,
eyes and like,
many eyes and many wings, and they're ugly.
yeah.
But they like quite frightening, you know.
If y'all are not doing anything after this, then I want to take y'all there. If y'all don't mind.
Oh no, of
If y'all
course, that would be awesome. No problem.
Because I know she said she wants to meet you. She saw the whole thing.
Oh, of course,
She
I'd
said,
be
"No,
keen."
ask her about us, please, ask her.
Yes, of
And that's
course.
why I brought the question up. But yeah, man, yeah,
So,
Carmin.
yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, and like you also talk about the herbs and stuff. Like, I don't know what do they call it? Psychedelics.
Yeah, so you get different psychedelics. So I
So-
don't know if you guys know about ayahuasca.
So you also use psychedelics, like some people say it takes you into a different realm.
Yeah?
They have like a completely
Some
different
mushrooms.
experience. They see things that they've never seen before.
That's where you start seeing the
We were
angels.
going
and
to
stuff.
take a mushroom with me.
Yeah, you've done it.
Yeah.
I've always seen. Yeah, I
I've
think
done
it's
it
like one of the
once,
main ones that people use.
Yeah, that
mushrooms.
was. And, yeah, bro.
And then how was the
When are you
experience?
going to take the mushroom?
Yeah. Where do you even get these things? Bro, you hear people talk about these things, but I've never been offered a mushroom. I've never seen
Really?
anyone
I
selling a
just learned it from
mushroom.
my weed dealer.
Yeah.
Mm.
See, if you are stoner, you will find these things.
Okay.
It's
I
on
see.
their menu.
Right? It's on the menu. The mushrooms and what. And some people don't
And
even
I
know.
always look past it now. Like I never worried about that shit. Never. And then one day, it was December actually. Then, I don't know why, but then my wife and myself, we decided, let's try this. Because we had a lot of people speak about it and so on. And then she went to go do, because of the whole spirituality
Yeah.
thing, she went to go do research on it. And then she told me, no, let's try it.
And
Then we went, we got it. Yeah,
You never went
in
mad.
December. No,
You
bro.
never went insane.
No, bro. Don't. You
Now
see
you saw
what?
your eyes in the
Okay,
glass
this is
now, you're doing funny things.
what the research that she done. And what we found was that whatever mood you are in is gonna.
It's going to enhance it, like.
Yes. So
amplify
if
it,
you
like,
are in
no
a cock mood or if you are rather not leave it, don't do it. And then, but if you're in a happy state and so on and what.
that
Take
also
that
works
shit,
with your
you're gonna-
And
frequency.
then how do you experience the world around you?
Bruh.
What's different?
I'm telling you, okay, let me tell you my experience. We took it now. So now we're sitting there. Eat it with ramen. Nothing. So 45 minutes to an hour. I start feeling like
Yeah. Where did you start feeling first? Tell me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get like a
A
sear
weird
feeling in
feeling.
your stomach, man, like get an hour
Like,
feeling.
it's
in
some
it.
chili or eats.
But then all of a sudden you start just feeling, you feel more, like if you smoke scare, that more feeling you get, you feel more, you start laughing. Then we decide, now let's go sit outside,
And
some fresh air.
that happens every time. Every time someone does shrooms.
Is
They
it?
They're
Go sit
outside.
outside.
They will
So-
never sit in here. They'll never sit inside. They're always outside.
And we go sit outside and now you've seen the complex I stay in, so there's a lot of space. It's not like those complexes that's crammed together. There's a lot of space now. So we sit in there and now I'm looking at the grass, and now the grass is making so So, like a wave vibe, bruh. I go, I'm looking at this, now I run, I go stand in the grass. And I'm just standing still.
Yo, shit,
She looked at me, she asked me, what you doing? I said, come stand.
man. During the day now.
No, it was at
At
night.
night.
I was at night. Now I'm looking at a tree, bro. Wait, did you ever see a tree breathe?
It's amazing.
I
And
saw
the
it.
colours are so vivid,
Yes,
hey? Everything is like the green
Bruh,
is green.
the tree is breathing on, like you know what our tree looks like if the wind is blowing and the tree is moving with that, it's not that shit, bruh. Like you see this tree, yeah man, I can't explain it. It's kind of mushroom.
Yeah,
It's kind
man.
of mushroom.
But like apparently some animals see the world in that way.
Yes.
We are just unable to see it the way they see it.
Yeah, I mean,
And I
like,
didn't
you
see
must
any,
remember.
there wasn't any animals around, but I heard that if you look at animals, like when you are on the mushrooms or whatever, and then you see an animal and it's true for me, apparently it can be scary.
Of course it's scary. It's freaking scary. Because, like, imagine seeing something you didn't know existed, but it was always in front of you.
Yeah, maybe I didn't see animals.
But you
Trees
must
and grass
remember,
look fucking hard.
so the whole psychedelic thing is that's decalcifying the pineal gland is what I was talking about.
Okay.
So that is then contributing to opening up that pineal gland, which opens you up to these different spiritual realms and levels.
So would you say like the conditioning, maybe back then people had different experiences, they were like living on different realms, but because of conditioning, it like in a way blocked us from all of that.
Of course.
Because
No,
even like
yeah, of course.
back in the day, if you see things like Stonehenge, the pyramids, like all of these different things, the knowledge that they had there, people couldn't understand how could these people back in that day, the knowledge wasn't even
Because even
available.
our food,
How did
now
they
our
do
food
that?
isn't pure. Vegetables even isn't
Even the
Yeah.
vegetables these days, and everything that they're doing to it.
Mm.
And they say like, in a way, like we went backwards, like the knowledge that they had back then
Well, that's
compared to
because
now.
of all the legal shit that happened around it. You must remember it was not legal anymore to take psychedelics and use these medicines
Yo,
to help your
did
brain.
you know why they delegalized or why they delegalized weed in America that time?
Tell us.
Because the Mexicans brought weed there.
Yeah?
Then the white girls started partying with the
With
Mexicans.
the Mexicans. Oh yeah, I saw that.
that.
And the white guys were jealous, like these guys are gonna take our ladies.
Ah!
Yeah. Because now they had a good time, with these Mexicans, and then all the ladies started chilling with them. So they said, no, we need to
So
put an
we
end to
cut
this.
them.
This is enough!
No, we can't.
All of you, it's enough.
Yeah.
But you know the real reason why we was like taken off to be legal.
Mm-mm.
So when cotton was becoming a big thing,
Mm.
hemp was actually the way to make things.
Oh yeah.
And that came from cannabis leaves. So for clothing, it could make freaking
To make everything with hemp,
everything,
yeah.
even hemp plastic, guys. It had plastic made out of hemp. You can eat it, you can drink it, you can put it on your skin, you can put it on your dog, on your kid. You can do anything with marijuana. But because of the cotton industry, they were like, these people are going to kill our business. So what do? They go straight to the government. We need this and this and this, and you have to do this and this and this to make it fair. Then they completely
And so certain people also like they have money, they have power, they can pay off some people. And you don't have the financial backing to be able to do such things. So what are you gonna even like all of these herbs are so good for you, good for your body. But there's not enough research
We
going
don't
into
really
it.
need doctors, bro. Like,
No,
Yeah, we don't. But now the government gets so much money from these pharmaceutical companies, they can't
big
just crack
pharma
it.
is gross, guys. It is a gross business. Do you know that every GP in South Africa, by law, has to prescribe one out of 4 people an antibiotic, even if they didn't need it.
But like also
is it?
like
And you know what I noticed, man? Like, because we have like a few GPs, different GPs we have used over the years. And then you check out, man. You go to this GP now, and then the pain medication he gives you. Every time you go to him, he'll give you that same pain medication. That one has his brand that he gives you. That one has his
yeah,
brand that he gives you.
pharmaceutical reps now and then have relationships, like what I
Yes.
believe, with doctors, and then maybe because of that, they push it more because they're
Yeah.
benefiting more from that
So they
company.
don't really worry about you and your shit. They wanna sell that
They
stuff.
just want us to consume. And that's why they're not actually healing the cause of something. They're healing the symptoms. Because
Yes.
they want you to keep coming back.
Yes.
Yeah, that's obviously if they heal you,
Yes.
maybe you healed for life. You're not gonna come back.
You're not
You'll
going to come
make
back
money.
and spend more money on medicine. But
So you
that's
keep
where
coming
like
back, keep making money.
herbology and what do you call that? Homeotherapy and homeopathic stuff. That's where all the herbs come in. Now you're healing the cause. You're healing the problem to go away forever. That's the
And-
difference between these smaller homeopathic people and like the big
Yeah,
pharma. It's all about freaking
and
money.
you can like, if you just think a beginner, then you can see these things for yourself. Because if you check those homeopathic medications, can be used on everyone. Can
Yeah.
be used on a grandmother,
Mhm.
on a mid-30s,
Mhm.
on
On
a
a
baby,
baby.
on animals. Can be used on anyone. It won't
Anything.
affect
It's
anyone.
much,
in
much
any way.
safer.
Exactly.
But now we rather go for the stuff they say, don't use on kids, don't use on pregnant ladies, don't use
Okay,
on...
but if you're telling me not to use it on them, why are you making me
Yeah.
use it? Why are you making me use
Yeah.
it? What the hell?
Yeah.
It's a nut. I
Yeah, man,
tend to stay
crazy.
away from medicines and doctors.
Yeah, because I see like
hospitals.
even they say like sometimes medication has intended as well as unintended pathways that it goes through. It might be for this reason. Okay, it's going to help you deal with that problem, but there's also an unintended pathway. And that's why there's like side effects.
Yes.
So you're making yourself better but sick at the same time. Like, and you don't always see.
So I don't
Go
take
round and
tablets.
round and round.
I don't take tablets.
Don't do it.
Since I was a lighty, I don't know, I had this thing against tablets, and I don't know, for when I was a lighty, I didn't know why I didn't like tablets, but I've never liked tablets. And as I grew up, I found a reason to not like tablets.
Yeah, because you know more. now.
Because I saw that once I take a tablet, next week or next month I'm gonna need a tablet again. And if I don't take any tablets, then I don't need the shit.
Some people don't even have medical aid. Those kids are sick. It looks like they're gonna die. When you see them in a few days' time, they're happy, they're running around. You're like, just see, how did this child get better?
How did this happen?
Yo, you just gave them like a few things, remedies,
This is
whatever.
it. I mean,
Yeah.
like, when I got COVID, he didn't get COVID. So, like, it all depends on who you are, what your
I got
body's
COVID.
like.
Yeah,
I was still
also had
staying
COVID.
here. Oh, it was scary. So we were staying here. It was the COVID came in when the 21st, first 21 days lockdown was in March, no?
March.
So I got it in July, on the 1st of July. When we're back, this is my COVID story.
Please put like a lower third banner. My COVID
Oh,
story.
wait, Jimmy must end
Jimmy,
it.
add the
Yeah,
thing.
Jim Bob, Jim Bob.
Yeah, so the only reason I found out I have COVID is because I came into contact with someone. This person went to go test for their own reasons. They found out they had COVID, and I was with them 2 days before they got their results. So I thought, hey, it's a good test. You know, at that time we were all scared of COVID.
Oh,
It was
terrified. Everyone was
so-
damn terrified.
my whole family. We went. Myself, my wife, the boys went. Go test. Yeah, now we're waiting because that time I don't know why that time the results took so long to come, but it was like 48 hours or something to wait for the results.
Yes.
Waiting. Eventually, the one morning the results come. My youngest son, his results came in first. It says negative. Sharp. My second son, his results came in negative. Sharp away. I'm relieved now. The boys is fine. My wife's results come in. Hers is negative. Away. Check out. There's no problem here. We're
Yeah,
all gonna be negative.
we all
My
fine.
results come in positive. Yo, my heart dropped from here to my toe.
Were you scared?
I was bang. This is a new thing that
Yeah.
we don't know.
We don't know what
Yeah,
you're gonna
no
die,
one
how your
knows
body's
about
gonna
that shit.
handle it.
Yo,
Yeah.
yo, I was Paris. We send our children away to my wife's mother. So I even told her, go you as well. I'm gonna check myself there. But she told me, I'll never leave. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna look after you. I thought, let's send the boys. I'm gonna stay here. So she slept in the lounge. I was in the room and they had to quarantine in the room. But my wife is a superstar.
Oh, she
She
sounds
looked
lovely.
after me.
I can't wait to meet
Yo,
her.
she looked after me. But I didn't have focal symptoms.
Nothing.
Nothing.
So you're
Not
just sitting
even a
there.
runny nose, not even a throat,
So you're
not
just
even
sitting
a...
there like, what the hell?
Yeah, man. But
Why am I
you
here?
know my head. What went through my head?
It's
Screwed your
scary,
head,
no.
I also had brain fog like that.
I was cock scared. I said, yeah, man. I can't go now. I have 2 boys. I need to raise these boys. I can't leave my wife with 2 boys. I was, yeah, man, yo. The shit that went through my head, it was the scariest shit ever with no symptoms.
And that must have been a freaking weird feeling, hey? Where they're telling you that all these people are sick.
Yeah, because now I'm thinking, okay, now when is it going to happen? Because, okay, yeah, I got my results. I still don't have any symptoms. Maybe it's going to kick in tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow comes nothing. Maybe it's going to kick in tomorrow. Tomorrow comes nothing. Maybe it's going to... And your heart was in a terrible place that day. Yes.
Shame, I'm sorry.
But we got through it and
Yeah, we did it.
till the end, nothing.
No
Focal
symptoms.
symptoms. And I had to say, I'm probably asymptomatic. And I thought, this is probably fucking bullshit. You're like telling me I'm positive, but I had nothing.
It's a
Nothing.
bullshit, man.
You're telling me bullshit. Yeah, that's why I didn't even get the vaccine.
Even me, I also never took the vaccine.
Even
Everyone said,
me.
no, you must take the vaccine, you're reckless, that.
Not happening. Sorry.
That scared me. That vaccine story scared me more than me having
Do you know
COVID.
why I was so scared of the vaccine more than COVID? It's because they pushed it so hard.
Exactly.
Why are you making
Why
me
are you
do
pushing
this?
this thing? Every year there's flu vaccines.
Oh.
They don't
I don't
push
even
you
take
to
flu
go
They don't tell
for
you to
flu
make you go
vaccine.
do that.
I know. But there's so many vaccines. They don't, like, you can't, you're light if you have children, you need to take them for these vaccines.
Yeah.
Yeah, for like chicken pox and measles.
But if you don't take your light for it, it's nothing. And there's so much they need to go for. But if you don't take them, it's fine. It's not.
Immunization.
But now they're pushing this fucking COVID thing so. I check, alles besig met kak. And then there was the
Yes.
interview with the I don't know if it's the CEO or the what of the WHO or Pfizer.
World
No,
Health
no,
Organization?
no, he was the Pfizer.
Pfizer.
It was either Pfizer or Johnson & Johnson, the CEO or the founder of that or whatever. And then they done an interview with him. So in the interview they asked him, did he get the vaccine? He said no, he's waiting for Easter to come. Okay,
Yeah,
fuck
nice. So you're not going to get your own product.
Exactly.
Cool, then why am I getting
Oh.
it?
I
And
don't
here
want
we are,
that.
like even so many people.
And here we
Most of my
are,
family
COVID
members
is
never took
clear
it.
now. COVID is clear
Okay,
now, it's
fine.
gone.
And
But
everyone's had 6 boosters. And you're like,
Yes,
"Pussy."
and yeah, I am not
Oh.
even one, and I'm still fine.
fine.
World's healthiest man.
Dude,
No
I was
vaccine.
sitting... Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, man.
oh, wait.
Dude, I was in an office of
Yes.
6 people. Was it 6? Yeah, it was 6 people. 2 of us were unvaccinated, 4 of us were
Didn't they
vaccinated.
give you a hard time?
Oh, the looks and the snarky comments and oh my
You're
god.
selfish. You're
And that was
disgusting.
my
Yeah,
thing
how
also
dare
with the
you and-
vaccination. And the people that got the vaccination,
Mm,
they were the ones that made nar.
yeah,
They're a complex now.
They
Like,
were horrible.
I don't worry with you that took the vaccine. I didn't have any comments towards you. I didn't have any opinion towards
Because
you.
it's
I
your
have my
choice.
opinion.
You must do whatever you
But
want.
I don't want to do it, and I have my reasons why I don't want to do it. You have your reasons why you want to take it. Sharp. I've never tried to convince you against it.
Exactly.
But now, why are you trying to now convince me to go get it because you got it?
And then they tell
Shaming
you,
me now.
But now you have to do it for everyone else.
Putting us in danger.
You're putting us in danger. I'm like,
But you took it.
And they say you
but
must do it for
but you
everyone
took the
else, but they
vaccine, you
say
should be fine. Why are you
Yeah.
worried?
they
Yes,
say if
man.
you take the vaccine, you can still get COVID, you can
still
still
infect
spread
other
it, you
people,
can
yeah.
still.
We got COVID
So
in
then,
that
why
office.
am I taking this thing now?
There was an outbreak in that office. The people who got COVID were myself, another guy, and another guy, and a girl. So the 4 of us got COVID. The other girl who didn't get COVID is not vaccinated. She just didn't get it. I got it. I didn't have it. I had it bad-ish, but not that bad. The guy who's got vaccinated and the 2 guys who got vaccinated, the 2 guys and the 1 girl who's been vaccinated, booster shots left, right, and centre,
They were very sick.
man down.
Pop
For like
sick.
2 weeks.
But they are.
And
you
they
didn't
were
get it and
still
you're even dead.
coughing. It's 3 months later.
After that, just.
And I was like, yo, go get your stupid vaccine again. No.
You know.
It was amazing to watch
Sure.
and how fast people turned against you. You think they were your friends. No.
So you feel like this evil person.
Like the one day we were at a party and we were the only 2 people who weren't vaccinated there. And I don't know what the person said, but they said something along the lines of, what did they say? Something about, I don't even know how you can't be vaccinated these days. And we just looked and we were like, we're not vaccinated. Why do you have to say that? We felt this small. We felt so completely alienated and like, like now we're dirty.
Yeah.
Why am I dirty
You know,
now?
I feel dirty.
I stopped
Right.
using. There was a GP that we used to use. He's very good. I won't lie, he's very good. We used him like he was the latest GP we found, and since we found him, we stuck with him, and he's been the one we used for a very long time. But I stopped using him for this reason because
Trash talk.
every time we go to the doctor,
wants to give you a
first
lecture.
question, did you get vaccinated?
No.
No. But then you must now get the speech after that.
I don't want your speech. It's my
Oh
body.
man, I came here, I didn't even come, I'm not even here for COVID. I'm here for something
Oh,
else.
something completely different.
You telling me about vaccine here.
Stop.
And I stopped using, I still don't use him to this day, and I can't.
No, but this is the thing. I mean, like, now that I no longer work for a company, I went on to like a smaller medical aid, and that was a lot less expensive. That was one of the perks for working in a company.
Yeah, the contribution.
Yeah, but because no longer the contributions coming in, I went on to discount healthcare.
They have their own healthcare too.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. Yeah, it's actually really, really cool. And what was I saying about it? Actually, I wanted to go to, now I actually wanted to, instead of taking a medical aid, I actually wanted to start saving money on the side and create my own medical aid for what I would be paying each month.
Oh,
I would
okay.
save it with a bit extra.
In case of
Okay,
emergencies, yeah.
I mean, obviously I wouldn't get much out, whatever.
Yeah.
But then, you know, you pay cash for these like homeopaths. People, like, there's this lady in Linksfield, not in Linksfield, then in Vale, just around the corner from SARS.
Yeah.
And she's she's an anesthetist. I think she's like a really, really crazy doctor. It's started her own practice in homeotherapy. I think it's homeotherapy. But she basically came up with a drip that basically cured COVID within like 3 days.
Sure.
Do you think medical aids, doctors and anybody would ever tell
Push
anybody
that,
about
Yeah,
it?
don't even recognize it. Untested, unsafe, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
That's what
It's
they're going to tell you.
completely natural. Completely natural, this drip. No vaccines and medications and
It probably won't.
it was basically just probably just one of those hygiene, I mean not hygiene,
Because there was
hydrated
even
drips
a
mixed
guy
with a bunch
in
of
an
vitamins.
article I read, some guy
Almost
in
guarantee it.
was it Mauritius? I think it was Mauritius. Like during the whole COVID thing and what, when the time they didn't have a vaccine. So there was a guy in, I don't know, was Mauritius or Malawi or where it was, but there was a guy there, he's a doctor and shit. So he created his own vaccine and it worked. Like,
Wow.
but then they shut that guy down very quickly. They didn't
Because
even
of
have their own
competition.
vaccine yet. They were still working on their vaccines. And still today, that guy's vaccine was never recognized as a vaccine or a...
Shame, man, that's not right.
They'll even threaten to take away your medical license and all these things. Like, yeah.
Shame, that's not right,
It's
eh?
bad,
They were bullies, man.
That's really not right.
But yeah, man, here we are. No vaccine and proud.
Yeah, nee.
Yeah.
Ooh,
COVID's gone. What is
COVID is
COVID?
clear. Fuck
Gone.
COVID. Fuck everything.
And
Fuck the
nobody's getting
vaccine.
tested anymore, no one cares.
Yeah.
Can we move on?
And now it's just
Ow.
quiet now. No one even mentions
Ow.
COVID anymore. Yeah?
Let's go.
Just like that.
Fuck COVID and fuck the vaccine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also say the same thing. Yeah?
Okay, and then let's get into a day in the life of Carmin. Just any random day with your business day, with
Yeah.
your resting day. Just a day in the life of Carmin. What does Carmin get up to?
Sure. So I normally wake up at around 7:30, and it's normally with my cat's butt in my face because it's time to get fed, or a clap across the head.
Yeah.
It's time, woman. And then I get up, I feed my cats, and and then
Wow. You smoked a real dank.
yeah.
Hey, yo, that thing is my ace, my kryptonite.
I love that
Hey,
stuff.
the bomb.
It makes
I
me
can-
so creative, guys.
Give me
This is the
anything
thing.
else. Give me a
Makes me
joint, give me a
proactive.
blunt, give me a edible, give me a
Anything.
dab, give me anything. I'll
Give me
take
anything,
it.
I'll take it.
But a bomb. Oh, that thing. Yes.
Oh, it's all right.
I don't know why, but that thing will make me late now.
Really?
Ship it time. Let's go to
That's all I'll say.
bed.
So are you saying it makes you more active, or what does it do?
Yeah, so it makes me super proactive and really
Yeah.
creative. So like I like to go into hyper-focus mode. So I go into these 3-4 hours like hyper-focus stages where I'll design for at least 5 hours, 4 hours dead
Sure.
straight. And I don't hear or see anything happening around me. I asked Brandon, I'm like, did you even do this? What happened? When did that happen? And he's like, you saw me do it. I'm like, no, I was here.
Where you were so hyper-focused
Sure.
that
I
you
was
were
here.
in that moment.
So that's normally what my goal is to do every day, is to get hyper-focused. And in these zones where I just pump out work left, right and centre. That's literally what my goal is every day. So wake up, feed the cat, have a bowl, have some tea and a cigarette, and then I'll do my spiritual stuff. So spirituality was my first thing in the morning. So I don't
Chanting,
open
what do
up-
you do, meditation, how...
Yeah, so I don't touch my phone until after my spiritual session or my personal time is over in the morning. So I will not wake up, lie in bed
get
and
everything
sit on
As
my
many
phone.
people do.
I will never do that.
It is a drug.
It's so bad for you because that kind of stimulation first thing in the morning, it's just negativity thrown at your face, and you don't want to start your day like that. So I do a bit of journaling, some affirmations, especially like, to slay your work day, boss lady vibes,
Yeah.
say cool things about yourself, get yourself pumped, have a meditation, and then start your day. And then I go through my diary, what I'm doing every day, and then I just basically work from about 8 until 5, and then if I have to work longer than 5, I will.
That's real discipline, man. Not many people can do that, and there's so many like time-wasting activities, like scrolling through social media,
Yeah.
sitting and watching TV. Okay, I'm just
Yeah.
gonna watch for 5 minutes. Then 5 hours later, you're still sitting there watching.
That's
You've got
the
nothing done.
And I'm not even essentially making a lot of money yet. I've only been doing this for a month and a half. I mean, like Dank's been for the year. I'm not saying Dank, I'm saying marketing. I'm in the creative.
Since you left your...
Yeah, I'm not making
your
a million
day
rand
job.
yet, but you know, so it's right now I'm paying time. Like a lot of my time is not getting paid for. You know what I mean? But that's okay because that's expected. That's what building a business is. It's putting in effort and time.
Yes.
But I do find myself feeling a little bit guilty of off time. Like when I go to have dinner, like
So you feel
shower.
guilty when you do that.
Yeah.
You
or
feel like you could be doing
or
more.
I'm sleeping, yeah, I feel really guilty about it because I come from an entrepreneurial background. My mom is an entrepreneur herself.
Okay.
I watched her woman build up 3 businesses and she damn well did it well and they're so successful. She's successful because of it. She worked from home. So I watched her build these businesses all day, every day. So and she used to work hard, guys, like, damn it, 16, 17, 18 hours a day. You know, to the point where my mom would be really, really, really tired. Tired to the point where she couldn't do much else other than work. And that's how I saw it. So now that's my condition that I have to get over. I have to learn to, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing because it gave me all that discipline
Yeah.
and the routine. I feel like sticking to a routine and
It
planning.
makes it easier to have that routine, you know.
If you do a routine for 30 days, it will become
Oh,
a
yeah,
habit.
but, yeah.
So that's what I do every week, is create a way to remove negativity and the stimuli from yourself. You know, transition your day to transition yourself into a day that you want, essentially. You know, but yeah, so I'm trying to get over the whole feeling guilty about my personal time. You know, I'm battling with that a little bit. But I think once I start making the money I expect to make, I think that will then start dissipating. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, and then once work's done, I mean, I'll work until I feel like I've done enough for the day, or if I'm tired. I'm tired because, I mean, like, I only take a break really from 10 until like 10:15, and then from 1 until 2. And then I'm working the rest the whole day. Shane Brandon actually helps me a lot around the house with the cats and stuff like that, just so that I can get all the shit done. Because he works night shift, so he's there during the day, so he, you know, helps me with the house chores and things like that. So it's really, 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 that's why I say Brandon is like such a big part of everything that I do.
Brandon,
Nice husband.
Yeah, but my husband.
Nice husband.
And
now
yeah.
big ups to the chance. Making the chance look good there.
Yeah. And he knows that that's
They
the
do
way I
exist.
receive love, is for him to do acts of service for me. To do the dishes
Like
to make
that.
my life easier, or to do the washing because I can't do it, or make the bed because I'm too busy.
It sounds a bit like love language. You know the love language.
Yes, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
We both know each other's love languages, and we work on that. And we work on our strengths and stuff with each other. And you know, we do a lot of crazy things as a couple. Like we have like this pool, like it's like pull a random card, and it could be questions or an action or whatever it is. And like it could be, what is your deepest, darkest fear? And you do that once a week or once a month, and you sit with your partner and you just take 3 or 4 cards, and you learn something new about your partner quite easily by doing that, you know. And I feel as though because we're so open-minded, anything goes. And the support is there, and it's just, you do what you want to do, I'll do what I want to do, and we're going to support each other doing it.
Yeah.
And that's the general consensus of what we got going. And I think that's exactly why we're probably going to get married, is because I don't see myself doing that with anybody else. I don't think anybody else would be capable of doing that for me.
You all got engaged the other day.
Yeah, in July.
In July.
On his birthday, actually.
He's
On your birthday.
My dad,
romantic guy. This
Yeah, man.
Oh, guys, please can I tell you the story?
Tell us
You're
the
going to
story.
love the story.
Tell us the
You
story.
think that's romantic? Wait for it. So, we go to the hot springs in Nelspruit, okay? And they have the pools, which were fed by natural hot springs. So, it was in the middle of winter. For his birthday, my dad got us a little holiday away. And it was you know, out in the bush. We wanted to just get away from people, noise, cars, you know, just get away from it all. Just hear nothing for 4 days. And the Friday we arrived, and I was like, what are we going to do tonight? Because I had like a whole itinerary because I'm OCD like that, and I plan my life really, really down to the minute. Because why? No one knows. Never goes to plan. Anyways, but at least I know what I'm doing, you know, and I'm not like lost. But we decided, no, we wanted to go for dinner that night for his birthday to a pub, but we couldn't find the pub. The road was just, there was no pub. We were like, where is this pub? And we tried Googling it, and it was just nonsense. Anyway, so we're like, whatever, we're going to stay in. We were going to have Saturday's food on the Friday so we could stay in, right?
Okay.
Long story short, he was like, why don't we go put our feet in the hot pools? No, it's like 9 o'clock at night, we've just had a shower, we're going to go, because they close at like 10 o'clock, the hot pools, because they're hot. You know, you don't, and the one is like all closed off, so like kids can't get in there, and it's really private and stuff. It was all covered like with bamboo around this hot pool, like hot pool. So we stuck our feet in, and I was sitting there with my feet in there. He put the towel down for me, and I'm in my jammies, guys, okay? Because it's winter, so I've got my winter jammies on, I've got my gown on, and then I've got my big poofy jacket over that, so I look ridiculous. I'm walking around this resort looking like this. And we just wanted to go feel what the hot springs felt like, right? So I put my feet in, and I see the mist coming over, and it was a full moon. And it was so beautiful, and I was like, oh, look how beautiful this is, it's so lovely, yay. And I was even saying to the moon, thanks for everything, thanks that I'm here, so excited. Because, I mean, like, I worship the moon, you know.
Okay.
I do a lot of, my life runs by the moon, full moon, full moon. And so, I'm like, where's this oak? Why is he not coming to put his feet in? Why is he not sitting down next to, I don't understand, where is he? So I turn around, what are you doing? And as I turned around, he was on his knee with the ring.
Yes, brother!
Yes!
Hey, man, sure. Okay.
And he said his cute little speech. And, yay!
One of those.
So he said his cute speech, and it was very, very, very gorgeous. I was just like, absolutely yes. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And then I just was like, but are you sure? Are you serious? Like, are you for real? Like, are you sure? Stop it. Because I was completely taken aback. I did not know it was happening. I mean, we've spoken about marriage and wanting to get married and like what would our wedding be like, it would be super cool. But I never expected him to actually buy a ring and say, will you marry me on like in 2022. I thought it was only going to happen like later down the line. Yeah, and I was like, no.
We're looking at about five years.
No
There's
date.
no rush.
Yeah, because I want to build these businesses.
Okay.
And then I might get married if he behaves. Yeah, I might get married. But no, probably about 3 to 5 years. I mean, like I even said to him, in 3 years' time, if I come to you and I say, I want to get married now, would you? He's like, yeah. Okay. And I'm like, what about in 5? He's like, yeah. So it's really just how we feel.
Brandon has always been such a passive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so chill, you know.
always
No
just
pressure,
so
not
chill.
setting each other be.
Except you when you was drinking.
You know what Brandon done once? Now we were writing our exams for
What did you do?
our matric exams then. So now we must come out early. It's a morning exam. We come out early. And then we went to go. What's it? PG Park, ne? We went to PG Park. So we have one of those small pumpkin arbors with us.
Oh yeah.
So the guys decide, nah, let's put weed in the cup, mix it with flavor, what we do there. But now we don't have water.
Oh shit.
So we're looking for water now, we can't find water. So Brandon had an idea.
Yeah, I think I know
He
what
go put
Yeah.
vodka,
yeah.
clean vodka in the
Awesome.
bottle.
Oh no! That must have tasted freaking weird.
You know how that thing burned.
Did it burn your phone?
Yes. He said, no, it's okay guys.
It's okay, guys.
I'm bad.
It's so I was surprised when he came when he said, no, I'm not drinking, I don't drink anymore. Check
After
out.
smoking vodka.
Younger years.
Yeah.
He was a wild one.
We're wild.
And now he's so chill, doesn't drink, he don't smoke,
So,
nothing. He's like, yeah.
oh, Brandon.
I'm getting old, guys. All of us are
Yeah, but
getting
if you
old.
eliminate some of the
Yeah,
best stuff,
30
it helps you
years.
stay, I don't know, youthful and younger for longer, you know? Certain things can make you old, like foods and lifestyle, you know, things, choices.
Yeah.
So he's gonna look 30 at 50. So he hasn't been drinking for 3 years now, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a long time.
It's a long
Hey,
time.
it is, eh?
Yeah, I need my beer.
Me too.
Yeah. You also stopped, you didn't just stop
I
or
did,
something, but then
it didn't last.
it didn't last long,
Did you
eh?
lose weight when you stopped?
The person you see now is the person I became. I was very big.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
not
I've never
not
seen.
like big, fat, but I had a big tummy, I had big cheeks. I was,
Tummy.
Wow.
yeah, I lost
Even
a lot
me.
of weight. I lost a
I was
lot
also
of weight.
fatty
And then what
for
happened?
a long while. You know, I know this is a bit personal, but this is my answer really is. I actually went off the contraceptive pill. It made me very depressed, made me very angry.
So that made you gain weight.
Made me gain weight, and also because in my mind I'm going, why aren't people getting tested for the hormones before they start taking hormones?
Mm.
Surely, I mean, not one size fits all. We were just saying that about the
Yeah.
vaccine.
Mm.
So why are they doing that with contraceptive? I understand that there's different contraceptive brands. They all do the same thing. They're all hormones. And that makes you go dilly. And it actually affects your body really, really badly as
Yeah,
well.
but because a lot of people actually gain weight or lose weight or they get bumpers or
Yeah. So that's how I lost all my weight. And also just fixing my damn mind, like spiritually. Actually really getting it right in my head. I also really believe that weight loss is about what goes through your head.
No.
I really honestly believe it. Because I really believe that if you are not willing to fix the issues that are causing the weight, whether it's health, mental, you're never going to lose it.
And you always go back to that state after some
Exactly.
time.
Exactly. You will always go back. No matter, and then everyone goes, but diets don't work. Yeah, because you're not fixing the problem. It could be here, it could be here. You need to fix your issues.
Mm.
And you need to start doing introspection, and you need to maybe respect yourself a bit more. Respect yourself a bit more, you go, shit, this isn't healthy.
So now you stop taking the contraceptive, are you planning on having any kids?
Hell no.
Is it?
Yeah,
Why
no.
not? You don't want a little Carmin there.
A
Or
little
a little
Brandon,
Brandon
Carmin, you know.
around there.
So I have a very, very strange thought process about children. I've never wanted a child. Ever.
Is it?
I've never had the want or need to procreate, whatever you want to call it. I've never had that want. I think I'd be a good mother, I think I'd be a stern mother, and I think I'd teach my children a lot.
Ah, but you're supposed to do that as a parent,
You
so
know.
it's not a bad thing.
But I'd also think that I'm impatient and I'm a bit of a child within myself, and I have to learn how to, look after yourself before you can look after a kid, right? But I mean, Brandon came into the picture. It also was a big thing about the dude, you know, who's the guy, because I have this very big fear of being left alone with children, because that's all I've ever seen. That's all I know, you know. So that is a huge, massive fear of mine. And I was like, that's why I'm not having children. Unless I find a guy I know will stick with me, not because for me, but for his kids.
Child as well, yeah.
You see. So I see Brandon doing that. I see Brandon sticking around for his children. He's not a complete asshole, you know.
So if the guy makes you feel safe, then you would be
Yes.
more willing to
Correct.
explore that option, yeah.
Correct, but I have to know certain, for sure. So he wants a child, so what we've agreed upon, we'll have one. And what we're going to do is, because we're working towards businesses to work for ourselves, to create an empire, because at the end of the day, our goal as a couple is to buy a massive plot in the middle of Nelspruit, somewhere in the mountains, and go live off-grid, and do nothing. And just smoke weed, and have retreats, and we want to have like a motocross track on it, and I want to have spiritual retreats. Or obviously
I want to
separately.
invite to that plot.
You are invited right now.
Yeah.
And what we just want a place where there's no people,
Okay.
where we just are by ourselves in the bundus. I don't have to pay the government for electricity or water, or I
What are you
don't
doing?
pay
Are you
nobody.
doing solar? What are you guys doing?
Yeah, it will be solar and bore water. And
You have some AKs? You're gonna have some AKs on there.
yeah, well, probably.
But we're gonna have to.
Yeah.
And then like, yeah, and look, hopefully by the time that happens, maybe the whole farm thing is a bit more. But we also, I want to farm, make my own food, farm my own food, make my own milk, have my own cow, call her Daisy.
Hey, Daisy.
Daisy the cow.
Yeah.
And once I'm on that farm,
And then
once
you
my
want
house
to
is
say
lekker,
we slap there.
that's when I'll nest, essentially, with a child. And I want to see, now this is where it gets tricky. I don't want to raise a child in a normal way. I don't want that for my kid.
Okay.
I don't want to make it believe that there's a corporate ladder. So yeah, I want to raise my child in a way where their education is not necessarily a normal education. I want to homeschool, because what I want to do is, instead of raising it to get a job, I want to raise it so it makes money off of its wants, you know, off its skills and talents. If it comes to me at 5 years old, I want to be a piano player. Cool, we're going to go get you some piano lessons. What if he's a prodigy? Makes money that way. Why must I send him to primary school? For what?
Yeah.
So, of course, the kid's going to get a basic education, how to do maths and English and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a monster.
And you should be able to communicate, also for the child's sake, because you come out there in the corporate world, they can do your child in.
Well, this
Because
is it.
that child doesn't know anything, can't even read a contract, you know.
Well, this is it. I want to teach my kids stuff like how to do your taxes, how to plant some plants so you can make your own food, how to create a skill, how to monetize your skill, how to design
Monetize your
for
skill.
your own businesses, how to do this, how to do that, how to do this. That's what I wanted. Yeah, that's what I want my kid to learn. I don't want them to learn that they need to go to some business and work until they die for somebody else. I don't think that
Work
that's...
yourself sick.
I don't think that's a laugh. I really don't. So that is why I'm only going to have a child when you're on the farm, which is probably our 10-year plan.
Okay.
Woo!
Sure. Oh man.
And
That's-
also because I'm old, so everyone's going to be like, but you're old. What about your eggs? Well, I can adopt. There's many children on this planet who need a home.
True.
So there's my answer for that.
Okay, yes. So
Interesting,
can you gave us a lot, but let's
Yeah,
get
no.
into write this down. It's a segment where we ask our guests to share something for our audience to write down, to implement in their lives and so on. So it can be a philosophy, a quote, or whatever. Even if it's something you mentioned already, just something for
Yeah.
our guests, our audience to write down.
Yeah, or something that you learned while you grew up, or something, a teaching that your mother taught you, or something that just stood out for you, you know?
Oh wow. So it's amazing because when I hear things or quotes, the way I feel how I resonate them is that I get butterflies, like I get goosies.
Okay.
How I feel with getting, like when I know something's right for me, I feel it in my body. I can
Okay.
physically feel it. So there's one quote that pops to my mind that I sort of thought of, but it was taken from a lot of different places, an eclectic place. And it's basically, if you are tired of the channel you are watching, it's as simple as getting up, finding the remote and changing the channel.
Ooh, okay. It is something different.
Yeah, it definitely is. Eh?
Yeah,
Please wait for us one more time, Ben.
Okay,
Let's get
so
it, let's get it.
if you are tired of the channel you are watching,
Yeah.
it's as simple as getting up, finding the remote, and changing the channel.
Yes, let's change your channel, guys.
If you hate your life, if you hate yourself, it's as simple as changing it.
You have the power to
SABC 1
change
is
it. Like,
cut, change to SABC 2.
it is
Yes.
really, whatever.
Yes, just
Brendan,
change it.
do you ever write this down first?
I do, but it's not safe for the camera.
It's not safe.
No.
You want to tell us off camera?
I
Bruh,
know
this is-
what it is.
yeah.
It's his motto.
This
Is
is
it your
not-
life motto? Yes.
This is not gonna go on anything
Say
where
it.
they're gonna cuck us out. It's
Say it.
ours. You can share it.
My life motto is simple. Julle almal so boos.
Julle almal
Hey!
so-
That was so cool. I was gonna make it worse
Okay,
and say
okay.
a massa.
Yeah. I didn't expect it, but okay. Yeah, man.
I also
Yeah.
didn't expect it.
Julle almal so
Julle
boos.
almal so cool.
So basically, don't care what people say. I'm also supposed, like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. Then we come here from a white guy. Where's
Yeah,
Julle almal so
I'm also
cool.
supposed. I'm gonna write it down.
Write
Yeah,
it
jot
down.
that down. Jot
Write
that
it down.
down.
When you write it down, say my poos.
Yeah, man.
And then put Brandon Hewitt next to it. So you
Brandon
know
Hewitt.
exactly who said it.
By Brandon Hewitt.
By Brandon Hewitt.
However, you can close us the offer, Blendo. Or
Yeah, man.
Blendo there.
The blend of the week is something a bit different for this week. Yeah, so the blend of the week today is I spy with my little eye. But I don't see with these eyes, I just filter with this mind. And this fear and scarcity has got me selfishly focused on mine. And I won't let your light shine because it takes away from mine.
Oh, man.
Hey!
So, yeah, man, that is the blend of the week.
Wow.
Take it in, think about it. And yeah, that's the blend of the week.
Love that.
You know?
And this
I want to
is
jot that down.
This is
Yeah.
why we started Blend of the Week, because
Yeah.
this nigga has this shit.
For
Wow.
Saturday. And yeah, but I think it just, I don't know, man, something about this interview, you know,
Yo.
the
Man,
energy
this
and
is a
vibe,
good
but you
one.
know, just
This is a
yeah.
good one.
It was
It's
great.
our
That's
longest one.
Yeah,
But
it's
because
a
I
good
talk too
one.
much.
That's what we
When
want
the
here at the
Boula
podcast,
was
huh?
on to it.
Yeah, our conversation outlasted the Boula and everything.
Yeah,
But the
look,
Boula was
let's go.
hot for some
The
time.
Boula was
It
on.
It burnt.
Yeah, man.
But announcements?
So any announcements? What are
It's
the
only for the competition. We have still going. So we are looking for a name for our audience then. So we came up with the Bowlies.
Not cute.
I didn't know what to say, but I
Firelighters.
the lighters or the firelighters because they light our fire.
The lighties. Our lighties. But you can't call them the lighties
And then we
because
have
That's also cute.
The lighties.
That's
This
cute.
is some of mine. This
Yeah,
is some of mine.
bruh.
Yeah, lighters.
And the light stands for lighters and fire light. You know, that's the lighties most.
I
And then
love
we
that.
had Chalil from last
she called
week's
them the
episode.
stokers.
She said the stokers.
Yeah.
So we have a competition running. Whoever can beat the lighters, the stokers, or the bowlies,
Okay.
they're gonna win a free hoodie from our well.
Nice.
So do you all have a name in mind for our audience? Are you not getting a hoodie?
Okay.
it's not that.
They must got their own hoodies.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. The dunk.
The
Dank.
The
Danko!
Danko. Their own
Danko!
Danko hoodies.
You know, we also ran a competition like this week as well.
What is
For the
competition?
best.
Yeah, for the vest.
Yeah, so
we announced
you
our winner,
announced
by
the
the way.
winner.
Yeah.
Did you already
Is it
deliver
your
or it's still
family?
coming?
Hey?
Isn't it your family?
Yeah, it's my mom. She won.
Is it your mom? I wanted to say
Anyone
so
can win if they do the right thing. Even if it's your mom.
This is the thing. If you do the right thing, you win.
You win.
Yeah. Because what we do is we put people's names into a wheel.
Oh yeah, I saw it and
Yeah, and you just
yeah.
say
Oh, yes.
randomize and
I
then
saw.
it checks it for you. I mean, it like selects it for you. So and then
Yeah.
you record that so people know that you're not
Yeah, you're not
fucking
cheating.
around.
Man. Yeah. Okay, but yeah, man. And plus now for the last part, you need to tell people where they can find you.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
shit,
right,
we didn't even
so-
say socials.
Uh-huh,
Yo,
no.
we have
Almost forgot that one. Yeah.
So we are Dank. I think it's SA. Sorry, dankclothing.sa on
Okay.
Instagram.
Dankclothing.sa.
Yeah, and Danko on Facebook, and then
Dankco, yeah.
yeah, and then our website is dankco-decoapparel.com.
And go, okay.
Yeah.
Ons wil net sê danko vir
Danko for Danko.
Danko! Because you gotta keep
This
things
was awesome,
dank.
man. This
Dank.
was awesome. Thank you guys for coming.
Thank you so much for having us. It was so much fun.
Appreciate your
You guys are the
time.
best.
No, thanks.
No
You
way.
guys are, no, it was great, eh?
Boksburg Highlands.
Yeah!
Hey, the best of all.
What's right?
Yeah, man.
Thanks guys. You
No,
can
thanks,
close
thanks a
us
lot.
there. You can
So yeah,
close
man,
us.
we just want to say thank you guys for watching another episode of Podcast by the Boula. Yeah, from me, Creative Blender, Mr. V, Dylan, Away Hunt. And yeah, also a big thanks to Carmin, Junius, and Brandon Hewitt for coming through and dropping some nice things here for us. You know, first couple here at the Boula. So yeah, we just want to say thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
So yeah, guys.
We are here.
We are here, man.
Bye.
Yeah.